Ladies and gentlemen, any news we can get about the Nintendo Switch successor is good news. Maybe it's fickle, maybe it's just a small drop, but I'll take it. We're going to go over some stuff Nintendo directly said themselves about the Nintendo Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch Pro, or whatever your little gaming heart desires to call it. My name is Robot Joe and I'm your host as always. Let's go ahead and get started. So any news we can get about the Nintendo Switch 2, the Nintendo Switch Pro, or whatever they decide to call it, I'm going to go over it and bring it to you guys. Also, wouldn't it be kind of cool if they called it the Super Nintendo Switch? That'd be cool, right? Super Nintendo Switch. But anyway, let's just get into this news. Nintendo confirms helpful feature for Switch 2 console. What is it going to be? Are they going to add a DVD player? Probably not. Nintendo has confirmed that the Nintendo Switch 2 console, or whatever its next generation console ends up being called, will utilize Nintendo accounts. Nintendo has not revealed much information about the planned successor to the Switch, but the new console is expected to launch at some point next year. Before we get into more of this, I recently released a video about the Switch Pro. It kind of went under the radar, but it's pretty insane, the stuff that I went over in that video. And it confirms that they're pretty much done with the next Nintendo console already, and they are having people do like quality control. Please check out that video on my channel. It'll be in the end cards at the end of this video. It's definitely worth the watch. The Nintendo Switch is 7 years old at this point, and many would agree that it's showing its age. Some Nintendo Switch games are struggling performance-wise, with the most notorious example of last year's Pokemon. Whoa. Hell no. Who paid them to write this? Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are not struggling because of the Switch. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were struggling because they were just shitty games. They didn't work well. I played them, I liked them, but no, you cannot put that on the Switch. Look at Tears of the Kingdom. Not a good argument. Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa recently revealed one detail about the device. According to Furukawa, the Nintendo Switch 2 console will utilize Nintendo accounts to make for a smooth transition from the Switch to the new console. This may not seem that significant on the face of it, but it could mean big things for the next Nintendo console. This is just what I'm going off of. If you're using your Nintendo console to transfer from one Switch to another, like you can now, you buy a regular Switch, play some games, download some stuff, switch to your Switch OLED. When you use your Nintendo account, those games just transfer to your new console right away. So the information that I'm taking from this is, and this could be a reach, but the Nintendo Switch 2, Switch Pro, whatever you want to call it, should be backwards compatible. Like you should transfer your games from your Switch to your Switch Pro. And then I'm sure there will be games just optimized strictly for the Switch Pro, but that's kind of what I'm taking from this. 290 million Nintendo accounts across console and mobile. Okay, exactly what I'm saying. For example, if the next Nintendo console is backwards compatible, it is possible that this could mean digital purchases are carrying over. And even if the next Nintendo console is not backwards compatible, it will still mean there's at least some continuity. So another thing, I would assume, this is making assumptions, Nintendo Switch Online, like the GBA, the NES, Super Nintendo, Sega, all those things, N64, all those apps we have now, I would assume would carry over as well. Why sell all these people these Nintendo Switch Online accounts and just to have to resell them again for the next console? Wouldn't it make more sense to just carry over all your digital games, carry over all your Nintendo Online memberships and all those games, and then add to it? You know what I mean? It's like, why would Xbox create a new Xbox console and say, yeah, your previous Game Pass, it doesn't work on this console. We need you to sign up for something new. They would just lose money. And they're saying down here, we have Pikmin 4 coming, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Super Mario RPG, Princess Peach, Luigi's Mansion, wrapping up the Nintendo Switch. I'm calling it now. Like I said, I have a video talking about very in-depth stuff about the Switch Pro that I see nobody else talk about. This was from a job listing coming from Japan, coming from Kyoto, about quality control on a gaming console. Check that video out. It will be in the end cards of this video. You don't want to miss that. With that information and this information right here, I'm thinking we're getting a reveal at least by the end of the year. In the comments below, let me know your opinions. I would love to hear it. Start a conversation. Before you do anything though, hit a like and subscribe if you enjoy gaming news, gaming stories, and Nintendo Switch content, and eventually Nintendo Switch Pro content. Right? You guys know me. My name is Robot Joe, and I'll see you in a new video soon. Peace out.